In a bustling town filled with dreams and ambitions, two lives were about to collide in an unexpected way. The mail-order bride, Eliza, arrived from a quaint village far away. With her fiery red hair and sparkling green eyes, she brought warmth and hope to a place that often felt cold and lonely. Eliza had left behind everything familiar, searching for love and a new beginning. She dreamed of finding a partner who would cherish her, someone with whom she could build a life filled with laughter and adventure. Meanwhile, there was Thomas, the banker, dressed in fine suits with an air of sophistication. He was known for his sharp mind and relentless work ethic. However, beneath his polished exterior lay a profound sadness. Despite his wealth and success, Thomas felt isolated. His days were spent crunching numbers rather than sharing moments with someone special. He longed for connection but struggled to break down the walls he had built around himself. As fate would have it, both Eliza and Thomas found themselves at a charming social event held in the town square. Dancers twirled under twinkling lights, while laughter echoed through the air. It was amid this joyful chaos that their paths finally crossed. Eliza's heart raced as she caught sight of Thomas, intrigued by his watchful gaze. In that instant, she felt more than just attraction. She sensed an unspoken understanding between them. Little did they know that their first encounter would spark a series of events neither could have anticipated. A journey filled with unexpected twists and turns that would change their lives forever. The evening at the town square was alive with music and laughter, creating an atmosphere filled with possibilities. Eliza stepped into the balmy night, her heart fluttering in excitement as she mingled with the crowd. The scent of blooming flowers mixed with the sweet aroma of funnel cakes and popcorn filled the air. She felt a sense of hope wash over her as she watched couples dance and enjoy each other's company. Amidst the joyful chaos, Eliza noticed Thomas standing slightly apart from the rest, his sharp gaze fixed on her. His well-tailored suit contrasted with the festive spirit around him, making him seem both elegant and out of place. She could sense a subtle melancholy about him, which sparked her curiosity even more. With a deep breath, she approached him, determined to break through his solitude. "Good evening," she said, her voice warm yet tentative. Thomas turned to her, surprise flashing across his features before giving way to a soft smile. "Hello," he replied, studying her as if trying to decipher a puzzle. As they exchanged introductions, Eliza noted how his serious demeanor softened, revealing a glimpse of his true self. They soon found themselves lost in conversation, sharing stories about their lives and dreams. Eliza spoke animatedly about her hopes for love and adventure, while Thomas shared tales of his past experiences that shaped him, struggles that made him who he was today. The initial awkwardness melted away as laughter danced between them. In that moment, surrounded by twinkling lights and happy faces, something shifted in the air. A connection sparked that neither had anticipated. As the music played on, they both felt a magnetic pull drawing them closer together, unaware of how deeply this encounter would alter their lives forever. As the days passed, Eliza and Thomas found themselves drawn to each other like magnets. The town square became their favorite meeting spot, a place where they could escape the pressures of their lives and simply enjoy being together. Each time they met, they shared more about their dreams and fears, weaving a tapestry of understanding between them. Eliza's laughter was like music to Thomas's ears, lifting the weight of his solitude. She introduced him to her love for storytelling, enchanting him with tales from her childhood in her small village. Her eyes sparkled as she recounted adventures with friends, climbing trees, exploring meadows, and dreaming under starry skies. Thomas found himself captivated by her zest for life, feeling a warmth he had long forgotten. In return, Thomas opened up about his own experiences, the challenges he faced in his career, and the loneliness that often crept in despite his success. He shared moments of vulnerability that revealed the man behind the banker's facade. Eliza listened intently, offering encouragement and understanding that melted away his guarded exterior. With each encounter, their connection deepened. They began to share quiet moments beneath the stars, sitting on park benches with hands almost touching. Sometimes they would stroll through the bustling market, exchanging playful banter as they sampled treats from local vendors. With every laugh and every shared glance, Eliza could feel her heart expanding, while Thomas discovered that he could let down his walls without fear. Unbeknownst to them, this growing bond was setting the stage for an unexpected adventure, one that would test their newfound connection in ways neither could foresee. On a particularly enchanting evening, the sun dipped low, casting a warm golden glow over the town square. Eliza and Thomas had spent hours talking, their conversation flowing easily like the gentle breeze around them. They were seated on a quiet park bench, surrounded by the soft hum of music from a nearby festival. It was in this magical moment that something shifted between them. As they exchanged glances filled with unspoken understanding, Thomas felt his heart race. Eliza's laughter rang sweetly in his ears, and he couldn't help but admire her bright spirit. He leaned in slightly, his pulse quickening as he caught her gaze. The air felt charged with an electric tension, both of them aware of the deepening connection that transcended mere friendship. With a mix of courage and longing, Thomas slowly reached for Eliza's hand. She responded with a smile that sent shivers down his spine. It felt like time stood still as they leaned closer together, their breaths mingling in the warm evening air. Suddenly, without thinking, Eliza closed the gap and pressed her lips against his softly. The kiss filled Thomas with warmth and wonder. For a brief moment, everything else faded away. The laughter from the festival, the flickering lights, leaving only the two of them in their own world. But just as quickly as the moment arrived, surprise rippled through Eliza. In a whirlwind of emotion, she found herself unexpectedly biting down gently on his neck while holding on to him tightly. Shock danced in Thomas's eyes as he recoiled slightly, but the thrill of her unexpected passion ignited something wild within him. That single kiss would forever change how they viewed each other and set their hearts racing towards an unforeseen adventure ahead. As the lingering effect of their kiss hung in the air, Eliza and Thomas exchanged bewildered glances. The unexpected bite had sent a rush of adrenaline coursing through them, leaving Thomas both startled and strangely exhilarated. He instinctively touched the spot on his neck where her teeth had grazed, half laughing and half concerned as he looked at her. "Did you just bite me?" he asked, a mix of disbelief and curiosity shaping his tone. Eliza's cheeks flushed with embarrassment as she realized what had just happened. "I don't know what came over me. It was an impulse," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. Yet within her was a spark of excitement that she couldn't quite explain. The atmosphere shifted, becoming charged with something new, an undercurrent of unpredictability. Eliza's boldness surprised even her, igniting a sense of freedom buried deep within her heart. What had started as a sweet moment had morphed into something more intense and primal, teasing at boundaries they hadn't yet explored. Thomas, feeling the heat rising between them, laughed softly to ease the tension, but also felt an unexplainable thrill at this newfound side of Eliza. "Well," he said playfully, "I suppose you keep me on my toes." They both chuckled nervously, but in truth, they were intrigued by how this strange event could change everything. Deciding to embrace the unexpected turn, Thomas leaned in closer again, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "Let's see where this adventure takes us." With that, they stepped into an unknown territory filled with passion and mystery, ready to discover what lay ahead for them both. As the excitement of their impulsive kiss began to settle, the consequences of Eliza's unexpected bite lingered in the air. Thomas could hardly shake off the tingling sensation on his neck, the memory igniting a blend of thrill and confusion within him. The initial shock was wearing off, replaced by questions that danced in his mind. What had this moment meant for them? Would it change how they interacted from now on? Eliza, too, felt the weight of what she had done. Her heart raced not just from the thrill of passion but also from uncertainty about how Thomas would respond. They had been exploring new feelings together, but this was different. She worried that she might have crossed an invisible line that would discourage him or scare him away. Yet there was a spark of freedom she couldn't ignore. The bite revealed something wild inside her she didn't know existed. As they resumed their conversation, the tension shifted in an unforeseen direction. There was now an unspoken understanding between them that both thrilled and terrified Thomas. "So, what do we do with this?" he asked playfully, gesturing toward his neck. Eliza chuckled nervously but felt a surge of boldness bubbling up within her again. "Well," she replied with a teasing glint in her eye, "it means we're in for quite a ride." With renewed energy, they decided to approach their budding romance without reservation. Thomas invited Eliza to join him for a weekend getaway to explore nearby mountains, a chance to deepen their connection further while embracing the excitement and unpredictability of where their relationship was headed. As they made plans, both sensed that things were shifting dramatically, with new adventures awaiting them just beyond the horizon. As Eliza and Thomas packed for their weekend getaway, a mix of excitement and anxiety buzzed between them. The mountains loomed ahead, promising adventure, but also challenging their newfound connection. Eliza couldn't help but reflect on the choices that led her here. Leaving her old life behind for the chance at love had seemed like a leap of faith. But now, faced with the reality of her feelings for Thomas, she wondered if she was truly ready. What if this thrilling romance was just a fleeting moment? The thought gnawed at her, making her question herself. Had she rushed into things? Eliza's mind wandered back to the bite. Had it been boldness or recklessness? Her heart raced at the memories, mixing fear with anticipation. She wanted to be daring, to embrace this wild side she discovered, but was it too much too soon? Meanwhile, Thomas was also deep in thought. He admired Eliza's adventurous spirit, but felt unsure about how to navigate the unexpected intensity blossoming between them. Would they survive this journey together? He remembered how captivated he had been by her stories. Her laughter echoed in his mind like a melody he didn't want to forget. As they drove toward the mountains, glancing at each other occasionally, they silently acknowledged the risk they were taking. This trip could either strengthen their bond or unravel everything they had built together. Yet both felt an undeniable pull that urged them to explore this path further. Feeling determined, they exchanged smiles as they embraced the uncertainties ahead, each choice guiding them deeper into a relationship that could change their lives forever. As they arrived at the base of the mountains, the stunning vista took their breath away. Towering peaks kissed the sky, their snow-capped tips shimmering in the sunlight. The thrill of adventure beckoned them forward, but so did the weight of their feelings. Eliza and Thomas stepped out of the car, hearts racing not only from the excitement of the great outdoors, but also from the uncharted territory of their emotions. They embarked on a picturesque hike, laughter ringing through the trees as they exchanged playful jabs about who would reach the summit first. Gradually, Eliza's initial anxiety transformed into exhilaration as she felt her heart open to Thomas in ways she hadn't anticipated. It was as if nature itself conspired to encourage them, to push them closer together amidst breathtaking beauty. During a quiet moment on a rocky overlook, Eliza turned to Thomas and caught his gaze. "You know," she said thoughtfully, "this trip feels like an important step for us." Thomas nodded in agreement, his expression earnest. He realized how much he cherished this time with her and that he wanted to keep moving forward. "What if we commit to this connection?" he proposed gently. "We could explore not just these mountains, but also where this relationship can lead us." Eliza's heart soared at his words. She had been hoping for exactly that kind of acknowledgement. With newfound determination and excitement shining in her eyes, Eliza replied, "Yes, let's embrace every moment and see where it takes us." With that agreement solidified between them, they both felt a sense of unity deepen, a commitment to move forward together into whatever adventures awaited them on this extraordinary journey of love. As their weekend in the mountains drew to a close, Eliza and Thomas found themselves atop a stunning overlook, where the world below seemed vast and endless. The air was crisp and filled with the scent of pine, while the skies above danced with brilliant hues of orange and pink as the sun began to set. They stood hand in hand, reflecting on how far they had come since that fateful night in the town square. With every step they had taken together, they grew more connected, learning to embrace both the joy and challenges of their relationship. The thrilling adventures had drawn them closer, helping them discover parts of themselves they hadn't known before. Eliza felt a sense of freedom in being able to explore her desires with Thomas by her side, while he appreciated how she helped him break free from his rigid routines. Turning to face each other, Thomas finally spoke what had been on both their minds. "I didn't just want this weekend to be an escape. I want this connection to last," he said earnestly. Eliza's eyes lit up as she replied, "Yes, I feel it too. Let's not only cherish these moments, but also build a future together." With that promise hanging sweetly in the air between them, they shared a soft kiss, a seal on their commitment to face whatever life threw at them as partners. Together, they descended the mountain with hearts full of hope and excitement for what lay ahead. This journey was just beginning, and as they returned to the bustling life below, Eliza and Thomas knew that their love story was destined for even greater adventures, shared laughter, heartfelt communication, and an unshakable bond built on trust and affection.